Okay, guys, so we are about halfway, a little over halfway through the first marking period, and we are finishing up our first unit. So I want you to take a look at your feedback for your Harkness discussions. Hopefully you've been looking at it after each discussion, but just in case, I'm going to kind of walk you through the process of how I'm going to calculate your grade. I do know that at the beginning of the year when I went over this, it was a little confusing. You were getting a lot thrown at you, and you also didn't see the numbers in front of you. So this might kind of clarify how you're going to be assessed with Harkness through this marking period. So when you open up to your Harkness discussion feedback form responses, you're going to see, and no, this isn't for your class, but it's a good example. You're going to see the feedback for each of your discussions. So you'll have the seminar name, you'll have the date, and then you'll have each standard with feedback. So this would be meeting, progressing, or meeting standards, and then your feedback for each one. It's a little hard to read. As you can see, it kind of cuts off. So if you want to be able to read all of it, just click right there, go to Format, Text Wrapping, and then Wrap, and then it will allow you to read each of the columns. So what you're also going to see is down at the bottom, I've created a new tab, MP1. So when you click on that, you're going to see how I'm going to calculate your SHD grade. So remember, your SHD grade is an average of all of your discussions, and it's based off of each standard. So you're going to get 5 individual grades for standard 1, standard 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you have your HD grade, which will be your last discussion of the marking period. And what I would do is just add up all of your points for a score out of 25. So what I've done is I've kind of calculated your SHD grades up to this point. It's still going to change because you may have 1 or 2 more to add. But what you'll see is I've changed the meeting, exceeding, those words to numbers. So exceeding is 5, meeting is 4, developing is 3, progressing is 1, and progressing is 2, and not meeting is 1. So I've changed it to numbers, and then I've averaged. So this orange line here will be the average for each standard. So in your grade book or in your on-course, you would see a 3.3 out of 5 for standard 1, 2.6 for standard 2, 3.3 for standard 3, and so forth. Again, these are each out of 5, and these would be your SHD grades. The end of the marking period, when we have our final discussion, what I would do, so let's just say this was our final discussion here, I would add up the 4, 3, 5, 4, 5, and that would be a grade out of 25 for your HD grade. So again, right now we just want to focus on these scores and kind of look at and reflect on how we can do a little bit better. Remember, a 4 is meeting expectations. You're doing exactly what I want you to do right now. And a 5 is you're exceeding them, and that's hitting that A range. And I'm looking for as an exceeding exceeding standard that you are taking leadership. You are help pacing the discussion. You're getting students involved. You are the teacher within this discussion. And that's how you're going to get a 5 within these categories. Now, the standard 5 is, as long as you're attentive and you're not disrupting, you are going to get a 5 for that. But the other one's really trying to push yourself to become more of that teacher role. So throughout this reflection assignment, I want you to keep these standard grades in the back of your mind and answer those questions and think about how can I improve for each standard. Again, you can also go back to the form responses and look at your feedback. This is going to tell you how you can improve. If you have any questions about how your grade is calculated, please set up an appointment to meet with me so that we can sit down and individually look at your scores.